How to fix thick hair that falls flat throughout the day. The one thing about thick hair is that you may think it's not that easily manageable, or you're not able to get volume that holds, but you can. First thing you need to look at and make sure is that you are getting a haircut that adds texture to your hair. If you have a haircut where this entire top section right here comes all the way one length, right? There's no real layering to it. There's nothing that is gonna help support the volume. There's no texturizing, no point cutting, no advanced techniques that I've literally shown in hundreds of videos here on my channel. The chances are your hair will fall flat throughout the day. Because what happens with haircuts, and this is more of a professional technical thing, is that the short hair supports the long hair. So the shorter texturized pieces will help support those longer pieces to, it's almost like a ramp or something, or a piece of wood or something holding up something from falling down. That's kind of that support system the hair needs. The reason this is doing it instantly is because of how I cut this. So you need to have the right haircut. The longer and more one length your haircut is, the easier and more likely the chances are of it falling flat are gonna happen, all right? The next thing, when you're styling your hair and you're blow drying it, you have to make sure, again, this is stuff that I'm telling you as a professional. You have to make sure you are using products and tools to get that volume. This is Tidal Wave, a sea salt spray that I always use as a foundational spray to get volume. And what I'll do is I'll spray on, 1, 2, 3 spritzes or so, okay? And after I let the product settle in, I will then utilize my blow dryer. And the blow dryer with this attachment, this is the nozzle, a magnetic attachment. You need this because this directs the air in one targeted area. If you use a blow dryer like this without any sort of nozzle, it's going to blow the air all over the place, which is going to spread the direction of the air, and it's not going to be so focused. That's why, once again, as a professional who's been doing hair for over 30 years, thousands of clients, I'm telling you real world advice. Use a nozzle like this. This way, when you're blow drying, you can direct the air. Now, when it comes to the actual blow dry itself, doesn't matter, thick hair, fine hair, but specifically for thick hair so it doesn't lay flat, is you need to lift from the root area and you have to lock in that support. The best thing I could suggest is with your hands or your fingers, you want to take the hair like this and you lock the fingers in and you pull. You're actually locking it and you're pulling by rotating your hand upwards like this. So you're pulling and rotating up. And what you're doing is it's like you're pulling the hair towards you. Now, what that is doing, you can see, once again, I'm pulling and it's extending the hair towards the scalp. The volume comes from here. This is why the hair is deflating and falling flat, is because it's collapsing from the root area. Volume from here is just based off of product and texturizing and all that stuff. The real foundational volume comes from the root. So the more volume you can get from the foundation, the base, towards the scalp, the better chances of your hair staying fuller and not falling flat is going to really, really help you, all right? So it's all about technique. I would suggest also using a brush, like my anti-static vent brush is a great brush to use, because what that does, and here it is right here, it actually allows you, this is my favorite brush of all time as a hair professional. This is officially my brush, this is my mold, this is a custom brush for me, it's got the rubber grip handle. What you need to do is you need to use this to go in and target that area, and you rotate it, right? It's all about rotating like this. So you go in and rotate. What this little thing is going to do, this little movement right here, this is going to help lock in that volume while you're blow drying. Imagine ironing a shirt with an iron that had no heat. Nothing's gonna happen. So you need to use the tools in order to support that volume. All right, so there's that. Next thing when it comes to products is I would suggest something like one of my powders. I've got my talc powder, which I only have like I think 3 left because I'm gonna be discontinuing it. And I'm gonna be just using the sea salt hair powder and my OG talc. Again, it doesn't contain any talc, but the first ever formula of talc from like, I don't even know, 7 years ago is finally being remade in a spray powder form. And we've actually improved the ingredients in the formula. That's coming out soon, a spray powder. But you can also use my sea salt hair powder. And what you do is you just dab on a little bit. You don't need a lot of this stuff. And what you do is you work it into the hair and really get it in there. Don't overuse it, just a little bit, because if you overuse it, like with anything with sea salt, it's gonna be almost too sea salty. So you can see just a few dabs of it, and that is going to support thicker hair. This is basically Asian hair right here. This falls flat constantly. So the good thing about this is because of the way I cut the hair and utilizing these products, you can see this volume is not going to deflate. And if it starts to deflate or get flat throughout the day, if you have thicker hair, all you need to do is just zhuzh it, okay? This is a zhuzh, a zhuzh movement where you just kind of shake the scalp up a little bit in the hair and the root and just rebuild that volume and boom, there you go. Back to square one again and you're good to go. If you are a hairspray person, this is my OG. Once again, I'm going back old school. The first ever locked hairspray that I had. There's a new label on it, a label design. And this is it, kind of like the dry shampoo on steroids, the true matte finish hairspray. This is it right here. You can spray that in, and you simply just let it air dry, work it in, and it's going to give you just a little light texture and hold. Okay, so it comes down to technique, it comes down to products, and it comes down to the haircut. If you want to purchase any of my products, you can use code YouTube20 at shop.thesalonguy.com. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.